Hey, what's up everyone, Jordan here. So today I wanted to do an hairstyling tutorial. I wanted to do an up bang, but it's kind of like a variation to the previous up bangs I've done in the past. A lot of the parts on this one is actually curling outwards instead of curling inwards like I've done in my previous up bang videos. So I wanted to do this hairstyle in particular just because right now I have an undercolor or inner color for my color style. So basically, like as you can tell, the rest of my hair is pretty dark. It's actually really close to black, it's a dark ash, and then underneath I have a dark lavender. So to highlight the highlights, I guess, I wanted to do an up bang just because it will kind of flip the inner color outwards, and that way you can see it better. Because if you just have it as it is now, then like you can't really see the color underneath. So I really want to bring that out and feature that. So because we are doing an up bang, we do need to wet our hair first just so we could get the style going with the blow dryer. Alright, so before we blow dry our hair, let's use some styling oil. Usually I like to use the hair styling oil because my hair has been colored quite a few times, bleached quite a few times, so it just helps protect it. So for this up bang, generally what we want for where you want to part it is not directly in the middle here, but actually a little bit to the side. So kind of like where your eyebrow might start, I would say is a good split. So it's kind of like a 55-45 or 60-40 kind of split part. So you do want to split this before you start hair drying, just so you have the idea of where you want to start making the shape. And now when you're using the blow dryer, you want to blow the bangs backwards and then kind of make the shape to curl in like this. The rest of the hair you just blow dry like normally, but yeah, for the front bangs, really try to blow it up and backwards and try to make that curling shape in. So as you see, I want to be blowing up here and like holding it. So as you can see, after the blow drying, you could already see the color in the front a lot better than what it originally was. And when you blow dry, make sure that your hair is just completely dry, and then you're good to move on. Alright, so next up is the hair ironing part. I do have it set to 150 degrees. I would say that you could go up to like 180, but this hair iron doesn't have that setting. It's only 150 or 200. And then you do want to have like one of these clips just so you can section off your parts a bit easier. So we're going to start off with the side. Yeah, so you want to grab the sides here and curl it outwards like this, and then, or I guess inwards and then outwards. So now you have like a kind of S curl where the end part is going outwards like this. The second layer, or the middle layer of your sides, you want to just pretty much be doing the exact same thing as the bottom layer. So in and out, in and out. You can actually mix it up a bit too, so you could go outwards and then inwards, just so that you have some variety. In, out, out, in. The strands near your ears, I usually like to have it where the end part goes out. And then finally for the last section, the outer layer, pretty much exact same thing. Go out, in, out. Your outer layer is probably your longest hair, so you have to kind of alternate it like 3 times. And this one, like, yeah, I would definitely recommend mixing it up, so you go end with an in, end with an out. Just doing it at random. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the side. Now you want to just do the exact same thing for the other side. Alright, so next off, now that we have the sides done, is the front part. So for the bangs, what you want to do is You want to curl the front bangs upwards and then kind of inwards like this, so it goes inwards. So that ideally you want to have like the bangs kind of look like this, going down. So to do that, first off, grab your front sections of the bangs, curl it up and in like that. Pretty simple, curling it up and in. Generally when I curl it up like this, I like to hold it a little bit just so that it keeps the shape a bit more. And you just want to be doing this for the very front section of the bangs. So now that you have the very front part curling in like this, for the outer parts, I actually kind of wanted to twist them or like kind of have them going outwards, just so that it kind of transitions into the sides going outwards a bit better. So you just curl it outwards at the end to do that. This. And then for the more top sections in the front, curling it upwards so you get volume, and then curl it out at the end. Like this. So as you can see, we got quite a bit more volume now, and then at the end it's consistently going outwards, except for the front bang part which curls in. And so yeah, now we just do the same thing on the other side of the front. Now for the back is pretty simple. All you have to do is grab each section of the hair, starting from the top here, bringing it up, and then curl it outwards at the end. So pretty much what you were doing with the sides is the same thing, just bringing it up so it gets volume, and then curl it outwards so you can get that outward shape. The back is definitely hard for some people because you can't see what you're doing, but you're not doing anything like really technical with it, so should be fine once you get used to it. The main purpose of doing the back is just so that you have volume on the back and not just like flat, because if it's flat, it won't look as good. So just try to curl it so that you have enough volume. So now it's time to apply the wax. So I'm going to be using the Ocean Treacle Clay, which is a more stiff matte wax, and I'm going to be using that as a base. And then I'm going to follow it up with the Air, which is more of a softer wax and has a little bit of shine. To it, but not too much. Because my hair is dark, I don't really want to make it look too shiny anyways, because I find that dark hair, when it's shiny, it just kind of looks too oily. So yeah, that's why I'm definitely using the clay here. So I have about this much first, just as a base, and I'm going to apply that on now. Make sure when you rub it through your hands, rub it through your fingers as well. By the time you're done rubbing in your wax, it should be kind of like disappeared from your hands. And starting from the back, kind of bring it up like this, get into the sides. So usually by the time you do your back and apply it onto the back side of the sides, you're probably out of wax by then. So you need to get a little bit more and just kind of like swipe at your hair like this, just so you could gradually get all the hairs. And you want to apply it onto the front too, for sure, because this is an up bang, so you do need the wax to hold up the up bang. Some styles you definitely don't want to apply wax onto your front, but this one you do. Yeah, and now I'm going to be taking the Air, which is your softer wax. It's about the same amount as I was grabbing for the clay. rub it in. And because this is just being added on top of the base, you don't need to like grab a lot of this, otherwise your hair will look a bit too waxy. So just like 1 scoop of the wax is good enough, and then you're going to be using it to basically start brushing down your hair, start making the shape, and that's going to apply the softer wax on at the same time. So just kind of like, yeah, brush through your hair, get it down, start making it neat, and start developing the shape. The thing that you do have to note is the front part. Like try to hold the front part while you're brushing it down, just so that you can maintain the shape. So in terms of volume, what you want to be making sure is that you do have volume on the topper sections of your hair, but when you kind of start going down to the lower layer, to the lower half near your ears, you want to kind of like push it in. You don't want too much volume there, because otherwise it's going to just look like a mushroom, which you definitely don't want. So make sure you get the volume appropriately. You don't want like crazy amount of volume, but you want some volume. So for this style, I would say using hairspray is a good thing. Like you do want to keep the volume, and you want to keep the front bangs so that they don't like lose its shape or much. So I would recommend using hairspray, though I think some people won't use it, but I like to use it, especially right now with it being winter and stuff, the weather's being bad, or it's like wet from the rain. You do want to use the hairspray. So yeah, we are done. This is what it looks like in the front. Like I said, you can adjust how much you want to do in the front, in the split, really up to your preference. For me, my hair is kind of short after my haircut, so I can't really get too much closer, otherwise I lose a lot of hair in the front and the side, so it looks really thin. So you do want to make sure you do it just appropriately to your hair length, how much your hair you got. And yeah, for this style, I like how the sides and in general, like the ends of your hair is kind of curls outwards. I feel like it gives a lot more spice, a lot more flair to the style. And yeah, so as you can see, you can definitely see the color a lot more in the front. And so if you have like this kind of color style, then I would recommend doing this type of hairstyle. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more hairstyling videos. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, or if you have any questions. And thanks for watching. See everyone next time. Peace.